Welcome to the CCCNews Variety Show with Tom Peterson on guitar, Robin Denning on violin, and Joshua Albert on ocarina. Today's special guest is Victor Johnson, with special appearances by The Mailman. Tips on cooking your holiday turkey, all here on the CCC News Christmas Variety Special.
Hey Josh, what's going on, man? How's Christmas treating you so far?
Oh, Tom, Christmas is doing great.
Yeah?
And this year, got a little something for you.
Oh, you do? Why are you smiling so broadly? What's going on over there, dude?
Well, I wanted to read you a special Christmas story. So I got one prepared that I know for sure you'll like.
Okay.
You want me to read the title?
Yeah, give me the title.
It's called Kiss Saves Santa.
Who?
Kiss, the band.
Kiss Saves Santa.
Yeah, you know who Kiss is, right?
Yeah, like Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley?
That's the one.
Oh, I love it.
So, on with the story. It was Christmas Eve, and the North Pole was in chaos.
Oh, no.
Santa's workshop had been overrun by shadowy creatures known as frostlings.
Frostlings?
Frostlings, summoned by Blackheart, a bitter sorcerer who despised Christmas. Oh. The frostlings froze the assembly lines and captured the elves and locked Santa in an enchanted, there we go.
Oh my gosh, so what's gonna happen? We won't have Christmas.
No, locked up in enchanted ice with no time to spare, Mrs. Claus did the only thing she can think of, to call the kiss.
Called Kiss?
I'm gonna have to redo this. I'm gonna start this over.
Wait, Mrs. Claus knows Kiss?
Duh. Well, Santa knows Kiss.
Right. They all asked for instruments for Christmas.
Well, they already have instruments. Legendary instruments, as a matter of fact.
Okay, what happens next?
The legendary rock band was on stage on a sold-out holiday concert while their manager handed them a note. Gene Simmons read it out loud. Santa's in trouble? Christmas at stake? The North Pole needs help. Paul Stanley strummed a power chord. Looks like it's time to rock and roll all night and save Christmas.
I wanna rock and roll all night. Okay.
And save Christmas. The band hopped onto their custom Kiss sleigh, powered by their tour pyrotechnics, and zoomed towards the North Pole.
Oh my gosh.
When they arrived, the workshop was an eerie sight. Silent, frozen, and covered in icy tendrils.
Oh, ooh, does not sound good.
Blackheart emerged from the shadows, his long cloak bellowing in the wind.
Oh.
You think a rock band can stop me? Christmas is over!
Oh, what a terrible person.
Oh, I know.
I hate Blackheart.
Blackheart he's got a black heart. Gene Simmons flicked out his signature tongue. Buddy, you just made the naughty list.
That's pretty rich coming from Gene Simmons.
Well, here's the thing. I think Kiss's naughty list is very much different than Santa's naughty list. Kiss sprang into action. Paul Stanley used his guitar strum sonic waves that shattered the icy, imprisoning the elves. Oh man, I read that. That was terrible.
You're doing great. Keep reading.
Oh, how do you pronounce Ace's last name?
Frehley.
Ace Frehley channeled his Space Ace persona and blast frostings with cosmic energy.
Ooh.
Peter Criss unleashed a drum beat so powerful, they caused the frostlings to flee.
Frostlings fleeing.
I'd get out of there.
Yeah.
Ah! Kiss is here and they're wrecking the place! But Blackheart wasn't done yet. He summoned a massive ice golem to block their path to Santa.
Oh.
Gene grinned. This one's mine. He grabbed his axe-shaped bass guitar and unleashed a bass line so heavy it cracked the golem's icy exterior. With one final chord, the golem shattered into 1,000 glittery shards. Kiss reached Santa's cage, but the enchanted ice won't budge. Only pure Christmas spirit can break the spell, said Santa. But the frostlings drained it from my workshop.
Oh, frostlings.
But Paul had an idea. Let's bring Christmas back, but with a song. The band launched into an epic Christmas rock anthem, bending sleigh bells with electrifying riffs. The elves joined in. The music echoed across the North Pole, reigniting the Christmas spirit. The ice melted, freeing Santa just in time to deliver his presents around the world. As Santa climbed into his sleigh, he turned to Kiss and said, "You saved Christmas. I owe you one." Gene shouted, "Just leave a little extra in our stockings." As the band flew back to their concert, Santa's sleigh soared above them. The crowd and their show had no idea that Kiss had just battled the forces of evil to save the holidays. But the band didn't need credit. After all, Christmas and rocking out was reward enough.
Wow. I love Kiss. They saved Christmas.
Yeah. I thought you would like that.
I did like that, Josh. You got
story.
a favorite Kiss song?
Wow, I haven't listened to Kiss in like 20 years. It's been a little while.
Double platinum, baby.
What's your favorite Kiss song?
Oh, I Want to Rock and Roll All Night.
That's mine too.
Yeah,
What a
Anthem.
coincidence. What a coincidence.
Anthem, yeah. Wow, well, what a story. Thank goodness Christmas is saved, man. Well, what do you got planned for this year? You got family coming in?
I think I'll have some family coming in for New Year's. But I think for Christmas, it's just going to be me and the wife's family.
Oh, very good, very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, now you're quite a Christmas present giver. You've been listening up, you got your ear to the wall, you've been figuring out what to get everybody?
Oh, man. Okay, I operate best on the fly.
Yeah.
Right? You know, if I'm cruising around and I see it, that's it.
Yeah.
If not, then it's like, that's when I drop the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I rely on other people to help me out because I'm like the worst gift giver. Ugh.
The worst?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I like maybe just taking somebody out to dinner or getting them, going and having an experience somewhere maybe or
Yeah, I suppose. Another way I like to look at things is, what does somebody like to do, and is there a way to make what they do a better experience?
right.
Does that make sense? Let me think of a good example. I say I'm really good on the fly, but here I am not being very good on the fly.
Are you lying about being good on the fly?
Well, I'm not lying. I just might have bent the truth a little tiny.
All right, today we've got Victor Johnson for the CCC News Christmas Variety Show. Thank you so much for coming, Victor.
Happy to be here.
Right on. How the Christmas holiday shaping up for you?
It's pretty good. It's baby, it's cold outside, man.
It was chilly this morning, 33 in my house.
The sun came out. It feels like 20 degrees warmer, but this low gray ceiling with all the moisture, it's rough.
A bit much. It seems like we've had about 2 weeks straight of it with one day of blue skies.
That one day, it was nice.
Christmas gift early.
47 felt like 67, yeah.
Right on. Yeah, so it sounds like you got a busy schedule. You're going to be out making people merry these days. What you got going on?
Yeah, we've got some Christmas holiday music going on. We'll be at the Balch Hotel in Duffer on Saturday, the 16th, and we're going to be playing for about an hour in the Balch. Kerry Williams and I. Kerry's an amazing mandolin player. We've been playing for like 25 years, so
Wow.
we've got a lot of good holiday songs in the bag. And then they'll do their little parade or whatever happens out in Duffer. I'm sure it's super cool. And then we'll play for like another hour. So that'll be really fun. And then I'll be at the library on Monday, the 16th, in the Dow's Library.
Was that a free concert for kids, or what do you?
It's,
what are you doing
for
there?
whoever. Yeah, they're pretty
Nice.
good about doing all-age kind of shows. So it's, again, more like Christmas songs and
Yeah.
sing-along stuff. They've got a little ukulele group that's been meeting up at the library. So they're going to start at 6 and do some stuff, and then I'll play for a while. So
Any secrets you want to let out about your set that day? Anything special you got planned?
well, we'll see. I think the youth crew's going to do their thing. I'll probably try and stay away from whatever they do, but the classics, the hits. We'll play the hits, and they do. Typically, they've got like cookies and punch or hot chocolate or something up there. Library's great about making things fun and
They
interesting.
do have great programming up
They
there.
do a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, all the stuff that the library does. We're super lucky to have those people in that, facility here in
Excellent.
town. So,
Yeah.
and then I think 19th, I'm out at the Bargeway
right.
playing some songs.
Steve Kane and the gang.
Yeah,
Excellent.
playing
Steve and
some-
Stacy, yeah.
And then New Year's Eve, we're going to be at the Working Hands Brewery, New Year's Eve in Hood River with Kerry Williams again. So that'll be super fun. So
Yeah.
hopefully we watch the Ducks win the Rose Bowl, and then we start like at 10 o'clock. So the Ducks like 5 to 9, then we'll play 10 to midnight or a little past or whatever. So
It's great you're not playing at the same time.
that would be rough because even I would be watching it.
Hard to concentrate.
It's hard to focus
Yeah.
sometimes, but so lots of good stuff going on, and
Wow.
trying to just make some good music. And
Seems like a fun season this year. I don't know. I'm just are you hit? You got the Christmas spirit?
I love Christmas time. Yeah, I love the music, and I know a bunch of these songs. You only get to play them in a window of about 30 days. And they're hard. Like Christmas songs are surprisingly hard. So you have to put a lot into learning them, and so you use it or you lose it, right?
Right.
So it's good. Every year you break out the book and relearn the songs and play them for a month, and then put them away for 11 months. But yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Well, hey, as I understand it, you got a little tribute and a song to play for everybody today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, when you asked me to think about a song, one of my favorites is a song by Gene Autry, the old singing cowboy. A lot of young people aren't familiar with Gene, but you should check him out on YouTube. He's pretty classic stuff. And he wrote the song called "Here Comes Santa Claus," which is a great song. And always at this time of year, I'm always thinking about our friend who passed, Larry Lang, who was around forever and was one of the great helpers of Santa over the years. He was always helping Santa out when Santa was in a jam and couldn't be at two places at once, So, and getting him unstuck, Santa was stuck in the sleigh in the snow. He'd all call his Big Lair, and Big Lair would come, get him out. So anyway, so we're gonna do this song, and we'll dedicate to Larry Lang. Anybody that knows Larry Lang, you're lucky. You're lucky to know Larry. If you didn't know Larry, he was the best. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen, Blitzen, all his reindeer pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for the boys and girls again. Hear the sleigh bells jingle jangle, oh what a beautiful sight. So jump in bed, cover up your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, he loves you just the same. Santa Claus knows we're all God's children, and that makes everything right. So fill your hearts with Christmas cheer, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Yeah. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He'll come around when chimes ring out, it's Christmas morn again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the line. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen, Blitzen, all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Woo! All right. Very good.
Gene Autry, the singing cowboy.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Victor.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me come in. And yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. And
Yeah.
we'll see you around the gorge.
I'll buy you some picks for Christmas.
Pigs? I don't need no stinking pigs. Sorry, I just watched that movie. I just...
Picks. Right on. Welcome back to the CCC News Christmas Variety Show. And look who just walked it through our door. It's Aaron Jalen the Mailman. Thank you so much for coming in, Aaron.
Yeah, no problem.
We caught him a bit off guard. All right, man. So this is the fun part of the show. All right. Shoot, buddy, anytime you're ready.
Why do mail carriers work so hard?
I don't know, Aaron. Why do they?
It's not about the money. It's about the message.
Dun-dun. You got one? We'll add it later. We got it. All right. Hey, Aaron, what's the key to a good mailman joke?
I don't know. What?
It's all in the delivery.
You put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tom. Do you know the joke about the unstamped letter? Never mind. You won't get it. What did the stamp say to the envelope?
I don't know, Aaron. What did the stamp say to the envelope?
Stick with me, and we'll go places together.
Awesome. All right. Do you have an air conditioner in your truck?
Well, not unless you order one from Amazon.
Hey, Aaron, did you hear about the mailman who only delivered watermelon?
No, what about it?
They call him Post Malone.
Jesus.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
You made the variety show perfect.
How much time did you put into this?
Half an hour.
You just been anxiously waiting for me to show up.
I didn't know if I was going to get you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I was going to say, we know you'd show up.
Eventually. Yeah. There you go.
Hi, Colleen. How's it going?
Hey, Tom, this is a big surprise.
Well, welcome to the variety.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Colleen's here today to help us with some Christmas turkey cooking tips, if I could say that. My goodness, that's a mouthful. Yeah. All right. Well, are you ready for Christmas, Colleen?
I almost am.
Yeah?
That's a miracle, because usually it's like Christmas Eve, I'm down at Clint's getting something to get extra to put in the little, we don't do stockings, but little boxes of special things, and there's no little kids, so. But I have almost everything.
Oh, wow.
I do still have to go down to Clint's to get
Today's
some little things.
December 12th. Woo!
Hey,
Way ahead.
I'm awesome.
You are awesome. And speaking of awesome, you have an awesome recipe for us to share with our listeners.
I do. I will not claim that it's my recipe, but it's the one that Tom has given me to read.
All right.
Is that good? Should
That's
I put
perfect.
that? Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes. Okay.
So here we go. My son is really the one that should be doing this. He is the master turkey cooker.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah,
All
awesome.
right.
So here is a turkey recipe that also includes the use of popcorn as stuffing. Imagine that.
Right? Different.
All righty, here are the ingredients. A 10 to 15 pound turkey, 2 cups of melted butter, 2 cups of stuffing. Pepperidge Farm is good.
I do
Not
like it.
Stovetop.
No.
Yeah, no, you got to make the stuff. And so you have to have celery,
Yes.
onions and stuff.
Right,
too.
add
Okay.
to, yep.
Yeah. Okay, 2 cups uncooked popcorn. Orville Redenbacher low fat. I feel like I'm, what do they call that when they show products on TV shows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so 2 cups of uncooked popcorn. I'm giving you plenty of time to write this stuff down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Low fat, of course.
Of course. Yeah, low fat turkey.
Yeah. Salt and pepper to taste.
Yes.
Okay, so 10 to 15 pound turkey, 2 cups of melted butter, 2 cups of Pepperidge Farm stuffing, and you got to make the stuff. So have celery and onions, 2 cups of uncooked popcorn, Orville Redenbacher, but no low fat, and salt and pepper to taste. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees.
Perfect.
That's kind of
The
if
standard.
you're going to do it all day, I'd say 325, but whatever. Brush turkey well with melted butter, salt, and pepper. Fill the cavity with stuffing and popcorn. Place in baking pan with the neck end toward the back of the oven. Listen, like uncooked popcorn.
Yes,
Uncooked.
hard kernel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is a
I had
great
no
stuffing.
idea.
Yes.
Oh, it says uncooked.
Yes.
I'm so clever.
No, yeah.
Okay, is this... Listen for the popping sounds. That would be the trick.
Right?
When the turkey's ass blows the oven door open, and the turkey flies across the room, it's done. I just said ass on national radio podcasting.
We'll probably be okay.
Uncooked popcorn. Whoa, that is amazing. I'm going to try this one.
Well, we all should. Thank you so much, Colleen, for sharing that wonderful recipe with us.
I think I should go back to work now. Bye, all. See you. That was fun.
Welcome back to the Variety Show, folks.
Oh, yeah. Yes, welcome back to the... Start again. Say it again.
Welcome back to the Variety Show, folks.
Yes, great to be back. What do you got there in your hands, Robin? Ooh.
I brought my violin.
Awesome. So what are we up to today?
Well, I was hoping you two could read one of my most favorite stories in the whole world while I make silly sound effects on my violin. What story have you got?
Only the age-old tale, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
By Dr. Seuss.
The very one.
I believe it's a how-to story.
A how-to story.
Exactly. How to be more in touch with Christmas.
From the Grinch?
Oh, totally.
All right. And action. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers, nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise! Oh, the noise! 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 That's the one thing he hated. The noise! 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 Then the Whos, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast! 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 They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch could stand in the least. And then they'd do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Whos would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop.
I must stop this whole thing. Why, For 53 years, I put up with this now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat, and he chuckled and clucked.
What a great Grinchy trick. With the coat and this hat, I look just like St. Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since the reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, Giddy up!
Giddy up!
And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square,
This is my first stop.
the old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings,
He grinned.
they're the first things to go.
Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn and plums, and he snuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who's pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, the Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
And now,
Grinned the Grinch.
I will stuff up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast. He saw a small Who. Little Cindy Lou Who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who'd got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick.
Why, my sweet little tot?
The fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here.
And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink and sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was the log for the fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for other Who's mouses. It was 1/4 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
Pooh-hoo to the Who's.
He was grinchiously humming,
They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They'll just be waking up. I know what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. And then the Who's down in Whoville will begin to cry, boo-hoo. That's a noise
Grinned the Grinch.
I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so. But it was merry, very. He started down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it just came the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the stove, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
and what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast.
Yeah.
Oh, Grinch. Changed him, didn't it?
Changed him.
That's what the Christmas spiritual do to ya.
Be trying to end the Christmas, and Christmas wouldn't be ended.
It'll give you a, I think there's a medical term for your heart expanding. But that's what the Christmas spirit will do to you. His heart grew 3 sizes too big. I mean, it broke the measuring thing on the movie.
Broke the measuring thing on the movie.
Of course it did.
Of course it did. There is no, there's no symbolism more extreme.
Right, yeah. The little heart meter just goes off the charts, and they're like, wow, this is Christmas.
Whoa, it's Christmas.
Have you ever felt Grinchy at Christmas time, Robin?
Oh, yes. It's my prime Grinch time. Yeah, it's Christmas. It's the only time of the year I adopt a true resting bitch face.
See, here's the thing. I wouldn't want to be like somebody who's like, oh, I'm against Christmas. But I wouldn't mind actively being the Grinch, as in going into people's houses and be like, give me that tree. What is that, a present? You haven't opened it yet, right? Give it to me. It's like a reverse Santa.
Or a thief.
Yeah, or just breaking and entering, one of the two.
I mean, a thief is something that, he's just being a Grinch. That's all. Thief is such a hard word to breaking into somebody's house and stealing their trees and presents.
Grinch is kind of pleasant compared to thief or robber.
Well, I mean,
burglar.
Somebody
Right,
could call
it
you.
seems like a good way of describing breaking and entering.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd rather be called a Grinch than a Scrooge.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's similar. It's a similar story, isn't it? At the end, the Scrooge is just like, "Oh, yay, Christmas! Cooked goose for everybody," and it's all wonderful. But it just took him to really not like Christmas first,
Yeah.
to like Christmas afterwards.
I bet Ebenezer Scrooge and the Grinch would be good friends.
I bet
Yeah.
they would.
I bet they would smoke cigars together.
I bet they would. I bet they would smoke cigars together.
What about the guy who ran the orphanage in Oliver?
Oliver, never before has a boy asked for more.
What do you mean, more?
What do you mean, more? Boy!
I don't know. I saw that movie once, and when I saw that soup, I was like, oh, sir, can I get some less?
Welcome back to the CCC News Christmas Variety Show, everybody. Here we have Josh, and he's brought in his ocarina, which sounds like Macarena, the greatest dance of all time.
Right?
I could do the Macarena while playing the ocarina.
Great. So we're gonna pass it over to Josh here for an ocarina solo on his Macarena, everybody.
All right, here we go, guys.
That was so good. Well done, everybody.
you.
I think you
I
should
already
play
blew
it
it.
again.
I'll try one more time.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
That
Thank
was
you.
nice. Great job. You guys put that together very nicely.
Rob's a true fan.
Thank you, Josh, for that beautiful little piece. Merry Christmas,
Christmas,
everybody. Merry
I hope
Christmas.
the music of the ocarina fills your heart for your children and all those around you this Christmas season.
Oh, you know it well.
Good luck with everybody else.
And sorry for the neighbors when I practice.
Well, thank you for listening and tuning in to CCC News' Christmas Variety Show. Robin, can you take us out?
Sure. What would you like us to take you out with? 44?
Your Christmas
Nice.
Luger?
I was hoping more like a Cadillac at a nice dinner or something, but
Cadillac and a nice dinner.
yeah, take you out in a nice car and